See this good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, come in close. The evolution of the wheel nut caddy. This is the evolution of the wheel nut caddy. So when we came up with the idea, my dad spent about 20 minutes and he came up with this. And this thing's rock solid. And it hasn't broke and it's sick, you know? Then to play around for shits and giggles, came up with this, you know? And whatever, it is what it is, you know what it is. This needs to go smaller. Then he came up with this, you know? And it's solid, you know? For a beginner prototype. Then I believe Matt came up with this. Matt Ferrin came up with this to help us do gauge some, you know, some measurements and whatnot. And from that, I believe my dad made this one. Okay. So then we figured out a few things, and then I believe this was the first prototype. You know, with the 3D printer. And this thing, it's just completely, you know, it makes no sense because there's three things, right? And it's almost impossible to fish in. So we went the other way because it's just that's a write-off. It's no good, doesn't work. Then this is another 3D printer, and then we made this smaller. We changed the dimensions a little bit, blah blah blah, but it's close. Then we came up with this, and then we used polypropylene here, and this thing, they don't even come close to working. It needs to be about 30 times stronger than this bad boy. So, but it looks nice.
This is the first time the bolt was inserted.
Yeah, I mean, it's just broke, you know? So this is our final product here at this point in time. So the problem is, let's see the problems here. Come here. First of all, here, look at me. First of all, the hinge breaks a lot, okay? So the hinge breaks. But I remember Tommy, he was saying blah, 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 like, you know, that if the hinge is any thicker, then it's going to be too brittle and it won't work and it'll break. So what are we going to do about that? But, you know, this nut too, I don't know what we're going to use with this nut. Probably the cheapest thing, whatever for rust. I don't even know if I care about that anymore, you know? I expect to get this nut for like half a cent or something, maybe like a cent, you know? Whatever, if I'm buying 100,000 or something. I don't care about the nut so much. But, so this hinge is a problem. They're coming out the sides right here. So, you know, my dad was saying maybe like 1, 2, 3, but that it makes sense too, but we have to move this, so, you know, and we see them coming out here, and I believe Matt Bailey came up with this idea, and Kevin was right there, and he, you know, he thought it was a good idea too, that we just add some ribs here. So what is an actual rib going to look like? Is it going to look like this a little bit? Like it's going to be, how's it going to be? Do you have to actually push it down? Like these are the concerns, you know? But I think if we can do anything with this at all, I'm all ears, because it's not strong enough. Making 2 ribs right here. Making this about maybe 20% bigger, stronger still. Like it's still an issue, you know? Okay. Then we have the issue of it doesn't look the same at all. I don't think it looks as nice, but whatever. Right now we're concerned about making it like work, you know? Aesthetics later. But obviously we put the etching underneath, so we have to put it on the top now. It's a concern, right? And then the bolt itself, that's the biggest problem right now. Because all of the bolts, okay, they all broke. All of them, look at them. They're all broken, every one. Now come check out this, look at this. It's all broken, man. These are, we haven't used these ones yet. They're all broken, and whatever, it doesn't work. If we can use some like quick, you know, quick release clamp like this, that would be pretty sweet, you know? That would be pretty sweet, but I don't know how expensive it is, and I don't know if we can source them, so whatever. Like for now, that's a write-off too. Just thinking about an Allen key, right? With the Allen key, it is, you know, even though Allen keys are dirt cheap and whatever, 95% of people changing tires are the professionals changing the tires, right? So, you know, if we give an Allen key for everyone, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. But still, it's an extra thing, you know? You're supposed to make people's lives easier, not more complicated, you know? Never lose your nuts, but hey, how about you lose an Allen key and give me $15? That makes no sense too, so we're not doing that, I don't think, you know? But we have a huge problem, because besides the fact that these bolts aren't strong enough, number one, number two, it takes like 30 spins to put it on. That just doesn't work. 30 spins is ridiculous, you know? Like 2 spins, 4 spins, even 5, even give me 6 or 7, I won't complain. Maybe even 8. But 25, 30 spins is just unacceptable. If you're not useful, you're useless. And if I were to like look someone in the eyes and say, yeah, give me $15, I'd be telling them that I'm making their life more complicated. It's tedious, okay? It makes no sense. On top of that, when it's tight, you can't take it off. It's almost impossible. When you actually put the thing tight, you can't take it off. You know, and like you have bigger hands too. A lot of these grease monkeys working in these shops, they have big hands, a lot of them. You know, I got smallish hands, and they're strong, and I can hardly do it. You know what I mean? So that's a huge concern. So a recap once again, this hinge is an issue. These two sides here, they need a little rib or something, whatever. This needs to be 20% bigger for sure. This color, maybe we can make it, I don't know, like, you know, I was talking to Matt about it too, and then maybe we can make it silver or something too. That's a possibility, you know? Does that screw with, you know, the strength of it too? And, you know, how much does that cost? And if it starts getting hit, because you can see there's damage here just from the lug nuts, you can see it looks different, you know what I mean? See that? So it's an issue. It's going to start to look stupid, you know? Which is a reason why I don't mind this so much, because this here for sure would look dumb in the end too if it starts getting beat up, you know? Also, if you look at all these videos we just made, okay? If you notice, this guy's like a professional, and almost every time he instinctively put it on backwards, okay? So putting it on backwards is a huge concern. You know I'm going to have some stupid instructions in here, you know, for like a penny or two I'm going to make them, whatever. But at the same time, since 95% of people are changing tires, are professionals, maybe I don't have to put the instructions in here. Maybe I'll talk to people, maybe I'll put them in for a little bit, maybe people can figure it out. But maybe there has to be something like, you know, this end, you know, like whatever, we're playing off never lose your nuts, blah, blah, blah. Maybe we can have something here, insert this end or something. Because look at all the videos I just made. The guy's a professional, and almost every single time put it on backwards. You know, backwards is a problem. People don't know what the hell's going on. So maybe a little something to say, yeah, this end, you know, sucks up to this or something. You know what I mean? And then, so I don't know what you guys are going to do with this bolt. Honestly, I don't know. Like, you know, maybe if it can have like an Allen key and you know, you can use your hands too with the little ribs here. Maybe that's something. Maybe we have to make it a little bit bigger here too. Maybe this has to be a little bit longer here, so it comes down a little bit more. I don't know, but at this point in time, I'm not so concerned about like the recess and the protruding. I'm more concerned about, you know, the whole usability and the getting rid of the tedious factor and the fact that, like, you know, small, strong hands have trouble getting this thing off. Man, other than that, I don't know. I know that this is pretty strong, you know, these peanut butter jars are really strong and everything too. I don't know exactly what kind of plastic this is right now, like in what grade it is and the, you know, the language it's spoken to determine the exact plastic of this, but this is a concern too. And then other than that, like, you know, it's pretty much where we're at right now. These are just a write-off. That's it. Like that's where we're at. So let's just figure it out. But like, look at these hinges. Like they all break. You know. Look at that. It's finished. Like